teacups, what's brewing? We've had quite the busy day over in Chantal land. We are doing a bit of a condensed milk today. I've got clips from 3 live streams. So we're looking at the Hiiiii drive. I've actually got that in 2 parts because we've got some things she said at the beginning and some things she said at the end that were relevant. The middle was really just her driving unsafely. Feel free to see my short quick sip for that. Live 2 was remaining 5 VIBs, Let's Smoke and No Drama. And live 3 was Pita, Pizza, Bees and No Drama Please. I'll allow you to notice how many times she's begging for no drama and leave you to infer how today went for her. There's a fair amount to discuss. Like I say, the middle of the driving live stream, there wasn't that much in it. So I'm just choosing to focus on a few points, but I think you need to see the end of it, which will be the second part of the clips, to really understand kind of the mood and the context of what she's going into in the next 2. So we've taken it in 2 parts. So let's begin with part 1 near the beginning of the stream.
I never do anything I promise you guys. And it's like I'm just seeing that for the first time right now.
This is not the first time she's seeing that. She's seen that many a time.
Alright, so let's just get the elephant out of the room, out of the way. Let's move the elephant. Fucking taking too much room. So, I know you're all mad at me and hate me and think I'm a scammer and all this other shit.
A lot of stuff been going on.
Let's just get some things out of the way. And I can't read your super chats right now. You know I can't read the chat, so just wait. I'm not dumb. I'm not ever trying to hide it.
Yeah, she is. On both counts.
I was just giving you a break.
No, she wasn't. I have inserted here, I don't know if you'll be able to read it on my small screen. I will try and remember to put it bigger. Apologies if I don't. She had 3 sets of comments. She started, "Hi guys, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling well enough today to come on camera. I'll see you tomorrow." This was after all her breakup streams before, because she had like a quiet day, which is usually means she's at Nada's. And look at that, there she was. About an hour after that, she said, "So since weird creepos follow me around and take pics of where my car is parked," please don't be a weird creepo, you guys, Jesus. "Yes, I am at Nada's, but regardless of where I am sick." So she's at Nada's, which clearly she was trying to hide, but she's sick. And then the very next sentence, "or not feeling well." Okay, usually that means mentally she's struggling. Or that she wants to use mental struggles as an excuse to not answer questions, which I feel is more likely the case, but personal opinion. I already said previously that his video was an old one I had already edited. I'm going to spend the day in bed, in his bed, and maybe later this evening I will feel well enough to go bees. I'm sure people will respond to that fabulously. 27 minutes, I mean, these timestamps obviously don't mean anything to you now, about half an hour later. Let me start this over, because she gave a bit of attitude considering the breakup streams hours before. What I meant to say was, I never meant to hurt anyone or deceive anyone by my actions, despite the fact that she keeps doing it. All that happens every time is that I keep changing my mind about my relationship and how I feel, and when we have fights, I'm impulsive and break it off. And I look to you guys for comfort and support, but also as a means for me to vent. But I'm not doing anything in my life for the sole purpose to scam for views, etc. I would agree, not for the sole purpose. I think she's too emotional to be able to say this has one purpose, but I think whatever happens, she's happy to use it for views. We will talk more later, XO. So that's the context of what she's talking about in the car right now.
I don't want you to ask me, are you with Nader? What's going on with Nader?
I bet you don't.
Because, look, I don't have an answer, okay?
She doesn't have an answer, so she doesn't want the questions, but she keeps putting it online, so it's going to get questions, especially when you consider how different the attitude is from stream to stream. This next portion is going to look very, very black. She is driving through the dark, but you can still hear her and we'll just discuss it.
Really, honestly, can't even trust myself right now to make these decisions and follow through with them, so how do I expect you to trust me with them, right? So
we don't.
That. I can't make promises to you anymore that things are over, I'm never going to see this person again, blah, blah, blah. I can promise, though, if you guys, like, as my VIPs, if you really, really, really prefer that I do different content.
We do.
And content alone.
We do.
Like, we can do stuff that, you know, like Pennington's Beezing, whatever you want to do. Coffee beezing alone, I don't mind that, and that is definitely a boundary I can keep.
That's a really important phrase. I do actually have it in slow-mo in a minute, but because I didn't realize how black the screen was going to look, I might just cut it. That's definitely a boundary I can keep. This is a promise she is making at the beginning of this live stream. That is a boundary I can keep. I can keep him off my channel. We have heard all this before. Yeah, this isn't the first time we've had this conversation. This isn't the 100th time at this point, but we've had this conversation before, but this is it. This is the boundary she can decide on. She can't promise she's not going to be with him, but she can promise to keep it off channel, which at this point, I think some of us would take, because she does a lot of what I'm not talking about him anymore, but then brings him up on stream and explains for an hour about how she's not going to talk about him. And the solution to not talking about him is not talking. For the love of God, shut up. If you shut up and you keep going and you're consistent, people will either move on or not. But if you legitimately don't look and say, okay, well, I'm not discussing that, I'm not answering that question, just ignore the question. But she doesn't do that, and we have discussed that. But key point, that is a boundary I can respect, because I respect and love my Beezers. Bear in mind, she's put up PayPal links recently, she's talked about money troubles, she owes 30 plus grand in taxes. Money is an ever increasing issue here with Foodie. And I imagine she's looking at the back end of YouTube and she's thinking, this ain't looking quite so good. And this is the response. Oh no, I hear you. I respect you. I will do better. I've been a bad creator. I will do better. That's the message she started this stream with.
And I realize for me, on my end, that means I have to hold up my part of the bargain. And
yes, it does. Let's see how you do that.
Every single time I feel rejected, or every single time I have something happens, or whatever. It's like I did some edible pretty late last night, and today I was like, I woke up and I'm like, no, I'm useless. I felt brain dead, and honestly, I'm probably almost there, so I need to relax with the friggin' cannabis stuff.
Yep. Another thing that VIBs have been very strongly talking to her about, you're going too far with the cannabis, it's getting ridiculous. If she were brain dead this morning, I don't know what time it is right now. I think it's kind of early evening, something like that, because she does stop for food at some point. And they talk about how it's getting late, how it's getting dark earlier. So I don't think it's actually that late right now. So if she was brain dead when she woke up, I'd be concerned about what's still in her system. But that's a conversation we don't need to have now, because there's going to be an opportunity to have it later. So there we go. That's where we are right now. Everyone clear? Everyone good? Yeah, she's listening to us. She needs to lay off the cannabis. She does stop and buy some lemon Z on the way home. I cut that out, so but take it seriously, you guys.
It's just my anxiety. Sometimes it's just so bad. My anxiety, actually, I feel a lot less stressed for some reason right now.
Okay, so her anxiety isn't that bad. And remember, her doctor does not advise her to use THC and cannabis for her anxiety. Just so no one forgets that, because she did go to a doctor and the doctor said, nah, bad idea.
Of course, it's 100% up to you if you want to continue to support me.
Keep that in mind too.
If you want me to just... If you don't feel like you want to invest in me because I'm with him or whatever, I don't know. Just know that, like I said, I have no problem keeping my content separate from his.
No problem with it. This, the beginning of the first live stream. No problem with it.
And we just, honestly, I know we all have more fun beezing anyways when it's just me. So I have a Beezer who really wants to come. We were talking about this. I don't want to say who in case, but talking about coming and visiting for a couple weeks.
Oh, that's a terrible idea, and she bails on even her close family. So I do not recommend investing money to come and visit her. You will not be able to help her. She will bail on you.
In the new year.
That's all I really wanted to say.
I really, that would be so cool because I love this Beezer so.
Yeah, it would be so cool. Do you remember when her and Shannon were friends and she couldn't even commit to a concert that she talked about for months that she wanted to go to and then she didn't go? Remember that? I don't think this would end well.
Much. But I just feel like right now I'm such in a bad place. I don't want it to be a crappy visit, you know? So I'm just thinking about that. And I know they want to come and like help me and like spend time.
How are you going to help Foodie? You guys, how? It's not going to do anything.
And stuff.
Okay, so that's the end of the beginning of the live stream, yeah? That's the end of the very beginning. She then drives home with her hands off the wheel a lot, and we get to her arriving at home. And this is where the conversation starts to take a turn, okay? So she's currently sitting outside her apartment in her car, and she's gonna go in.
There's not gonna be a rage.
Foreshadowing.
Negative comments.
Foreshadowing.
We're not dating. I never said we're back together.
Do you guys remember, I was going to dig out this clip and I just couldn't, there was so much to do already. Do you remember when she was sitting there raging about the breakup and she was like, why would I be there, lying in his bed, recording his videos if we weren't together, huh? So yeah, she hasn't said it, but what do her actions speak to? Even if they're not officially a couple, because he doesn't give a shit about her and he's not going to give her that title, but in her head, they're together.
So I can't promise that I'm never gonna. I said I can promise not to have him on my channel. So what more do you want?
Let's say nothing. Let's say that was enough. Let's see how well you do with that for the rest of this time, shall we? Let's just. Okay, we've established a boundary. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna be with him, but out of respect for you guys, I'm not gonna have him on the channel.
Beezer B, stop with your smug attitude. One in the chat for we don't care anymore. One in the chat for we don't care anymore.
Keep that in mind. She read that out. One in the chat for we don't care anymore. That is what she read.
What? What is your problem? So you don't want me to do live streams anymore then? What?
Oh, there's the first threat. Because that's all she's got. Well, I could stop doing these. You could, and people could stop paying you for them. That would be a thought. But who's going to lose out, really?
All right, I get it. So what do you want then?
She gets it. She understands you're angry. She gets it.
So what's with all the ones? You guys want me to get off or what?
Again? What's with all the ones? You're all saying you don't care? Well, I can leave. Let me threaten that. The ones keep coming. Chat's not having it. The ones continue.
Because I will. I'm not going to sit here and talk to a bunch of ones.
You're not going to insult me on my own channel. You're not going to do it. People are going to do it. I'm not going to sit here. What, you're threatening us? It's your income. You're going to threaten us? You're the one who needs the channel. But let's keep going.
So, what? What are the ones for?
It's literally seconds later. Literally seconds later. What are the ones for? Guys, why are you spamming ones? No, I know I read in the car, ones, you don't care. And then I was like, hey, I'm not pleased with what that means. I could always stop live streaming, and that hasn't worked. So now we're just going to play ignorant, because she's not stupid, guys. We're going to play ignorant. At what point does playing ignorant just become ignorance?
So who wants to be blocked?
And now she's angry because nothing's working.
Who doesn't want to be here? Who hates being here? Because I will get rid of you. You don't
Let's
have to be
see.
here.
She'll do us a favor.
No, like this is my channel. I'm going to be here always, whether you...
Look how angry she is, guys. So she went through what? Pretend nice, and the whole pretend nice thing. This is my truth. This is my current truth. In this second, this is true, and therefore you can't have any memory of any other time. I said no more, so this bubble is the only thing that exists. That hasn't worked. Okay, well, I could go offline. People want you gone. Oh, well, I don't know what that means. People aren't having it. Right, I'm blocking. That is the thing we've gone through. It happens over minutes. It's quite impressive.
like what I do or not. You don't have to be here.
Let's see who loses in this game, shall we?
If you don't like it, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know what the ones are for.
I don't know.
We were in the chat for we don't care anymore.
Oh, she didn't know? Hang on, let's check. Just make sure it was clear.
She went in the chat for we don't care anymore.
She seems to know.
What? Seriously? Am I just gonna come live and just start a bunch of ones? I don't even know what they're for.
It's a mystery.
Okay, if you want to go, put a one in the chat. Julia.
Trying to control it desperately.
Reed. Darth Cater.
Get yourself a drink. This goes on for a while.
Lily. Astrid. Charlie. Orange Chicken. Lauren. Hippie.
I feel like I should have music in the background just to the whole thing.
Beezer. Chantal Stalker.
One's in the chat, guys.
TV.
I'm in control of those ones. How dare you?
Heather. Who else wants to be blocked? Ruby.
Just keeps going. Keeps going. They'd had enough.
Change the battery. Darth Cater. Go to your thing then.
Multiply this by 5. This is the money she's using.
I'm only left with 5 people.
You will?
I'd rather have 5 people who aren't here to judge me every time. Like,
I'm sure you rather would, but would you rather be paid for 5 people? Can someone actually answer me? Because I'm not sure about this because I don't have memberships on my channel. If you block somebody, does it automatically cancel their membership? I know, like, there's talk about whether you can get a refund or not, but in terms of like the next month, do they remain a member paying you, or does a block automatically unsubscribe your membership, I suppose? I don't know.
You guys came on here talking about Nader. I didn't.
Actually, she did. Because if you remember at the beginning, she was like, I recognize and I know you don't like him. And this is what I mean when I say, if you want to stop, you have to stop. You can't just talk about why it's important to stop because people don't want to have this conversation with you.
Eugene.
This is the attitude you'll get back.
Learn how to adult. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Just keeps going. And the beat goes on.
Goodbye.
And the beat goes
Las
on.
Vegas. Goodbye. Hot Wasabi. Goodbye. Brandy. Goodbye.
How many is that now, guys? Half the chat?
Sarah. Who else?
Get yourself
They don't want to be
drink.
here. He's a Ganoush. Asshole. Sam's. Goodbye. London. Goodbye.
And the beat goes
Florida.
on.
Goodbye. Enough of what, Heather? Me living my life?
You doing this online would be a good start. But, you know, keep blocking. It's not like it's your income.
Goodbye, Heather. Goodbye, Liliana.
This went on.
Get a refund then. It's not even
If you can, please do. I don't know how it works, but please do.
about income. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be.
That's true. You don't have to be. There's a whole reaction community. You can be here. Hi there. Thank you for watching. That's what she doesn't seem to care about when she gets angry. She realizes, but she doesn't care because she's angry. Is that there are many other places you can watch without giving her a view. So saying you don't have to be here isn't the same as saying you don't get to consume my content anymore. And she's a very instant gratification person. So she's instantly saying, fine, blocked. But the impact of this isn't going to be in this month's income. It's going to be in next month's. Like, because payday is on like, what, between the 21st and the 26th, you get your money. So it's some point in the next kind of week. But that'll be the income from last month. It won't be the income from now. So she goes to this thing, and then even later, I think she said, oh, I missed my VIBs. And that's her way of being like, shit, I've thought about this and this is going to get expensive. You know? So she rages now, but she doesn't feel the impact until a month or two from now. And that might as well be a generation from now because she's got no real concept of past and future. She's all instant now feelings hurt.
I'm not going to come on here every single time and be accused of the same shit over and over and over and over.
But you are, because you keep doing the same shit over and over. I'm not gonna. Well, stop doing it then. What kind of madness is this that you expect a different response to the same stimuli?
Yeah, actually, I'll be fine. People always threaten the same thing.
Yeah, always.
I'm not unblocking these people either. Fuck that shit.
Do a countdown. I would take that bet. Do a countdown.
Pretty sure you can't get a refund, by the way.
I think you should try if you can, but you know, it's not me throwing my money into this membership. And by the way, there are still people in this live signing up. That's why she's so smug. And hang on, I'm getting ahead of myself, but
But whatever. Cancelled if they add it.
so I think you
You
can
get your
somehow.
refund. I don't care.
Doesn't care now.
Chinny chin chin. Goodbye.
Still.
Bellissima, kiss my ass. Like, think of how ridiculous this is.
I
really.
do. Frequently.
Goodbye.
I frequently think of that.
Literally have to block people for... I can't even come on my own channel and say what I want to say.
Yeah. Because your channel is public. And if you say shit, the public have things to say about it. So you can't just have completely free stream of consciousness because your consciousness seems like a graveyard. Like, just, what are you doing? People edit themselves when they talk out loud. There's a reason for it. And this was the comment. Hold the line, we're rooting for you, VIBs. Keep going. And she just loses her mind and cuts the stream off. Like, look at her face. She doesn't even answer it. Like, that's not a cut of mine. That's how she ended the stream. She just went and ended it. And that was done. So then we move on to the next one. I've got very few clips in the next one because it goes on for a while, but the clips I have are pretty much representative of the stream. The key thing I want you to to take from here is that it does say remaining 5 VIBs, let's smoke and no drama. So she has admitted that she's smoking in this. She shows smoking in this. But I've just taken a few clips from the very beginning because if you've heard one rage about this, you've heard them all. And this really just represents everything she thinks.
Like I said, if they don't impact me and my life choices are really bothering you to the point where you need to do a fucking protest, then just log off or unsubscribe. I'm sorry, but I mean, really, I don't know what else to tell you. I can't promise you I'm going to do anything in my life that you want me to do or that you're not going to approve of. So am I just going to be like emotionally blackmailed every single time that you're going to end your friggin' membership because you don't approve of what I'm doing? Sorry.
That's actually kind of an important point because there's a few things in that. This is not emotional blackmail because ultimately she is providing a product. This is consumers saying we are unhappy with your product because she's running a business here. This is her income, this is her job, this is her business, and we don't like the product. And instead of changing that, she's raging because you don't like the product. Now, there is an argument to say, well, you don't have to watch it for sure. But this emotional blackmail, no, this isn't emotional blackmail. This is business. The problem she has with it is she takes all criticism as personal because although she throws out, this is my job, she doesn't actually take it as work as such, if that makes sense. And so a lot of people, when they do this for their job, they will separate their personal and their private time, even when they're life vloggers, even when they're including that content. But the problem for her is that her life is her lives, and the lives are her life. And because she doesn't have anything built that's not online, that's not included in those lives, having criticism of that is emotional blackmail to her. No, these are not friends. These are not people in your real life. These are customers, and they don't like what you're selling.
Then go. You'll be replaced.
You'll be replaced. That's also a lovely thought. So far, actually, she's right to an extent. She's been treading water. But that's an awfully confident view considering how sick of her shit her comments have been, how sick of her shit her VIBs have been. Because it used to be a hug box in her VIBs. That's why she went to VIB, because she didn't need to rage when it wasn't open chat. Now they're all starting to look the same. But so long as they're replaceable and she's still going to get the money, she doesn't care. I'd be very interested to see her attitude in a month's time when her paycheck is looking a little smaller, because she's been deleting a lot of these lives, which means that we talk about them and we get income, but she doesn't, which is always interesting, and she always takes so well to. And ultimately, even if she's not feeling the pinch right now, which I would argue she is to an extent, because we're hearing a lot about money, this is all going to come to call on her later. This is all leading somewhere. And if she wants to survive as a YouTuber because she's got nothing else, maybe less of this.
Honestly, I'm gonna just keep blocking you. So if you don't want it, be blocked. Shut your mouth, or
shut your mouth.
Just
go on.
Don't be negative.
I love it. I love it in my little heart when she like insults you because you should be positive. I'm like, practice what you preach, and then you'll probably get a better response.
Has nobody in the history of anyone on YouTube ever been in a relationship where they keep going back, breaking up, going back, breaking up, going?
Everybody does this. I have no personal responsibility as to your response. Everybody does this.
Back. Does that not happen in life? Am I the only person who does these things? Am I the only 400-pound person on YouTube? Am I the only
Does she seriously think this is because she's fat? Oh.
Person who has trouble with their relationship or going through a hard time? Am I the only person? Because I feel like it.
You're the only person on this channel telling your entire subscriber base to go fuck themselves because they got a problem with it. That's what you are right now.
Magical fairy, goodbye.
Still blocking.
See you later.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
And I keep saying you don't love your cats. Yeah, that's fucking, you need to shut up about that.
I don't need to shut up about anything, and neither do your VIBs and neither do your subscriber base, because we have seen you on camera saying, if you want love and attention from me, it is too much. It is too much. Sometimes the cats are too much, and BB Junes is going to die soon anyway, and I would not keep her alive. I would not pay for treatment that might just elongate her life slightly. Yeah? You say you don't care about your cats. No, because she loves them. She loves them. She kisses the bald spot and she gives them treats, but she doesn't clean up the poo that she steps in as she goes out. There's a lot there, but no, I'm not going to shut up about it, and neither is anyone else.
Let them talk to themselves, honestly. I'm back to talk to yourselves.
Hi, guys. We don't actually talk to ourselves. We talk to our audience, and that kills her. It kills her that her community and our community, as an extension of her community, can exist essentially despite her. Because, yeah, she triggers everything, but when she cuts off communication, she doesn't have control of cutting off communication everywhere. And that is one of the things that induces her rage so much, because she's no longer at the point where closing her comments and ending the stream can end the conversation, because her channel influence is too big within this little sphere right now. Okay, let's go to the last one. Now guys, you remember at the beginning of that stream, the beginning of the first stream, she's already promised, okay, I can't promise you I won't be with him, but I can promise you I'll keep our content separate. Let's promise you that. And also bear in mind that she was smoking, and now magically, this is Just Saying's clips, by the way, I've just cut them down. Magically, she doesn't appear to be in her own apartment. She was like, I'm hungry, on the drive back from his apartment. She was like, oh, I've got Pita at home, or I'll do that. And then look where she goes live from. And this is just completely and utterly a fuck you to her audience. I'm not going to do this, and you can't make me, and I'm going back to his because I'm angry at you. So it doesn't matter what I've said before, I'm angry at you and I do what I want. She could have titled this stream that, and I would have kind of had more respect for it, because at least she was being honest. I do what I want.
If everyone can promise no spamming,
That's how the ones have now been recast. It was spamming. You guys, she didn't know what it was, and it was spamming, and it's distracting from the live stream, and it's unrealistic to think that spam in the chat is okay. It wasn't spam. It was support of a statement that she didn't want to acknowledge, that she did acknowledge and then tried to erase. That's not spam.
Oh. This isn't a democracy.
It's a cheerocracy.
I came on live stream being all positive.
She wasn't actually that negative at the beginning of the first one, for sure. She's been less positive, but she was still talking about Nada. She started the live stream still talking about him. This is where it leads. She needs to learn to shut up.
I'm being by myself. And
but not now.
Spam.
Oh, just spam. Oh, that was quite the message.
I don't kiss and tell until...
Since when?
We're fully...
And then she glances over and is like, just joking, let's move on.
Well, I miss a lot of people too. I actually miss all of the Beezers like a lot.
I miss them because my live's a little quiet right now, I guess. She hasn't been offline long enough to miss them. She's gotten over maybe the worst of her rage. She's still annoyed. She's still proving a point, whether that point is good or not. But she misses them. She's thought again about how much money she's going to lose, and she might unblock them. Which is what always happens. I don't like spamming. You guys, it was just spam. They were being so unreasonable. There was no reason for it.
What am I supposed to talk about while you're spamming?
Answer the What am I supposed to do? You're meant to follow through on something, anything, one thing that you say you're going to do, and not be confused as to why your audience are not happy about the fact that you never do.
Live stream beating. I'm going to be trying to find some topics here we can talk about, but...
Here at Nada's?
Yes, you guys all carry my channel, like, the live streams for sure, because that's the point of the live stream, is interactive, but...
Interactive, but the chat provides everything in the live stream. They do all the heavy lifting, and she's acknowledging that, and yet not acknowledging the impact that completely screwing them over and blocking them might therefore have on her channel.
I want it to be positive. Like, I don't like feeling down and then worse because people are attacking me for something.
Okay, so change your behavior and it will change the response. How can you do this so many times and not learn?
Over and over, you know? I really want to get into a routine, at least Monday to Friday. I think that will
It will never happen.
It's going to be hard at first, but like I have my day set up a certain way, like a personal schedule, and I need to like follow that, you know?
She did put up a community post. I forgot to tell you this, guys. Hang on. She put up a community post. I think it was between lives at this point. I think it was between her rage quitting the second live and coming live for this one, I believe. So it's, hey guys, so I've taken some time to come up with a schedule that I'm going to commit myself to respecting. I don't expect you to believe that until it happens for a good while. It won't happen for a good while. But I think this is a must in order to make my life more manageable. Bear in mind, she's got nothing going on in her life except this. It's unmanageable because not because she has so much to do and to balance, but because she keeps fucking it up. So I will coffee bees Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. I don't think that will happen. Monday the 20th, the beezing will be from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. though. Okay, well, let's hope. I will then have an evening bees from 6 to 8, Monday to Friday as well. I want or I will, to have various topics to discuss. I will have something to eat for the evening ones and sometimes for the day ones too, depending on how I feel. I will not tolerate what I have experienced today with all the spamming. Yeah, because it's spam. And unnecessary berating over and over and over. Well, then you're not going to do it, are you? Be prepared to be blocked. We're always prepared to be blocked. If you are negative in any way, does that count for her as well? Can she just like start yelling at people and then be like, blocked? I will keep my relationships with anyone private for the time being. Good job. Possibly ongoing and forever. She literally went live from his house after this. Just putting it out there. If I only have 5 Beezers left, then so be it. Let's get 2. Furthermore, I would also like to release a weekly vlog and at least 2 theme videos a month series coming January 2022. I will hold my breath till that happens, shall I? Okay, back to the video.
I need to learn discipline and other things. That will make my life easier.
It would do.
But a routine, I know, I'll imagine. Like, can you imagine me with a routine?
You'll have to imagine it because you'll never see it.
You guys, you see how
This is her
so
routine.
organizing my life better will be key to helping with that.
She's also high
Better,
here,
you know?
really high.
Well, it depends on the concept, like it depends on the demeanor.
So she does say in a minute that she had edibles here, but bear in mind she smoked before she left. So she drove high here. Great, good to see we're putting that online. Or doing it at all, but also putting it online.
In this situation, you know, no fat shaming is okay. From anybody. Unless it's funny.
So I've got hard lines as to behaviour unless I laugh.
I'm just... Oh, check, let's be fun. There you go. Chantal's skinny arm. Where you start repeats, I hate to confuse people.
But you keep doing
But
it. We're not actually as confused as she thinks. We understand it's her that's confused because she thinks she thinks that we'll believe her as readily as she puts out these lies. And we're like, nah, honey, we're looking at what you're doing.
Okay, I can't answer right now, so yeah. I look high. Well, I don't have any eye makeup on. I'm tired. Plus, yeah, I had a bit of edible.
I look high. No makeup and I'm tired. No, you're high. You smoked and then you took an edible after you drove in your car. You're high.
Yeah, my sister's a hairdresser. I guess I can. Well, I don't know what to do. I don't really have much hair.
Yeah. Honey, I say this as somebody who doesn't have hair herself. I've pulled it out since I was 10. I've been wearing a wig since I was 19 or 20. There comes a point where you just have to accept it.
But what I really want to do is ask my doctor to refer me to someone. But
That's been going on for how long? She
went
won't.
back on Monday or something. If you want me to not talk about a certain thing or do a certain thing, that's different. But no, if you want me to talk about a certain thing, why, that's different. But you can't tell me like something to do with my life. Yep.
And that's what I was saying earlier about her not having any separation between life and live. If you want me to talk or not talk about something online, I get it. But if you want me to do something with my life, that's different. You don't get to control it. That's actually a fair point. We don't get to control her life, but we do get to influence her life. But the problem is those two things are one and the same in her existence.
You know what I mean? Like, through protesting or whatever. It doesn't work that way.
It does work that way because the live is something that you provide for an audience and the audience pays you to be there. They get to do it.
Wig shopping, yes.
Do it. Go wig shopping. I'd watch it.
Wig and makeup shopping.
I'd watch it. She won't do it, but I'd watch it.
What? No. Well, I'm going to put Beezers ready, sit.
Who is joining? Come on now. Who is joining right now? Have you not been watching?
No, there's no. This is not a democracy. Okay? Fancy, when did you become a member? This is not a democracy.
She keeps saying it like it's going to make a difference.
This is a dictatorship.
They always end well.
The Q&A video is coming.
I don't see why. No one's going to believe your answers, and your current truth changes so much. Even if the answers were true to you at the moment, they'd be different in 10 minutes.
I'm gonna get lemon Z. I had a piece of an edible.
At the 2,000 milligrams.
A couple of lemons.
Yeah, the lemon Z was at home, so she's yeah, that's where she is with all of that. Okay guys, and that's where we are. No doubt she'll go live while I'm editing the rest of this, but I just wanted to get the bulk of what was going on out because no doubt there'll be more. So thank you very much for watching. I will get this edited down and I will see you next time. Bye bye.